this is actually going to be a very, very interesting seed as these runners are off. One thing you're going to notice right off the bat is magic is going to look really funky.
Look at that white. Cure 4, Fade, Harm 3.
What we have on this flag set is that magic shop locations and magic levels should be randomized. But level 1 Cure 4, level 1 Fade, these runners that took red mages are going to be in business off the start.
Kind of makes me wonder if those white mages are actually going to be vertical instead of horizontal tonight.
You know, that's a very good question. Looks like there is one massive hero run off of the start of the seed. And Spellzap entering Temple of Fiends, finding a silver bracelet. Very, very nice find to start off the seed with. As well as 114 gold and a house.
Yeah, they dipped into the item shop there. The real estate market's not too bad today.
I didn't get to take a look at the real estate market. Oh, the real estate market is really nice. This run is ridiculously long.
Garland took a 284-point fade to the face.
It's Garland. That's normal.
The king's given up his scepter, and the queen's given up her ship.
So, this flag set has tri-state transportation, meaning that the floater, the canoe, and the shipping canal may be incentivized. They may not be incentivized. You won't know until you get them. And in this case, the ship did fall in the incentive pool. But there are going to be quite a few items that are loose.
Yeah, we got Spellzap making the play towards Matoya's cave, so we'll see what that is. I don't know if it's floor shuffle or not.
It is not, but I believe Spellzap is just running in to check the treasures real quick. Getting some gold, a cabin, 2 cabins.
We're keeping the money.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow. And especially with this hero run on the power off the power and the hard reset. I mean, you're going to be able to get to a lot of places from the ship.
Yeah, I think the hero run off power cycle is long enough to reach Lefane. Cheeseinator finding Provoca. I didn't quite see where Cheese went, but I want to take a wild guess and say, okay.
She be a vanilla Provoca. Well, level 2 magic's pretty bad, except for Zap.
Bane's not that bad either. With the flags, it says that Town Shuffle should be on, unless I'm misreading them.
Maybe it's just vanilla on, or maybe it's just vanilla Provoca.
That could be a possibility.
Looks like we got some purple pirates here on Asher's side.
And steel armor for 47,000.
Price of steel's gone up lately.
That's pretty expensive, but Bicky held the TNT as Cheese had shown us earlier, and Spellzap as well as Asher now showing us.
Well, Bicky was mad, right? The princess took his boat, so he's gonna blow it up.
Hey, that works. I mean, I've heard revenge is a dish best served cold.
Or blown up, either way.
Yeah, you got a point.
Alright, let's see where our runners decide to go next. It looks like Cheese is heading towards Elfland.
Dropping a cabin to refresh that hero run, and Elfland is... Hey, there's the randomized town. We found Gaia.
No bottle, no hope.
With Dark and Hold, as well as Fog, Invis, Fear, and Lamp. That's interesting.
That's pretty good iron armor, 800 bucks.
And Cheese is going to check the level 8 shops. We have Heal
at level
Life,
1.
Armor Ice, and Heal 3 level 2.
That's pretty nice. And Stun at level 8. We can't see them getting that one. Ooh, Imps with Trance!
Well,
And
there's Trance
Sleep.
Dance Party and the Slap Party. Those imps told Asher to just take a quick nap. You'll be fine. You don't need to go anywhere. You're fine.
Looks like Spellzap had the idea to buy some iron armor. I'm not sure if he went away with it or not.
And Cheese is running out the hero run to get an encounter.
Gonna fade some wolves.
Get a little bit of gold from them.
Is heading for my most favorite place in the game.
Oh no, not the Marsh Cave. Anything but the Marsh Cave.
Think I'd rather get a paper cut on my nipple than go to Marsh Cave.
Oh, that was something with slow. That's fun. So Spellzap.
Upper Marsh first.
Now, do you think Spellzap's going to find anything in the Upper Marsh?
I'm gonna say no, because Marsh sucks.
You're not wrong there, my friend.
531 bones.
Better than nothing. A heal potion.
That's almost better than nothing.
That's exactly what Spellzap was looking for.
Looks like we have Cheese going down low first. No, he's high.
No, Cheese is up on the top as well. An Opal Shield and a Pure as those last two chests up on the top of Marsh. Now Spellzap running into Marsh, going towards the bottom overall.
Yeah, Boat Runner's just noped out of those items. Not really a whole lot good there. Meanwhile, Asher's still checking out the spells in Elfland, and I don't know what Show's been up to, but he's just leaving Provoca now.
I'm not sure what Show's been doing.
Ooh, an Opal Cheerio.
Hello, Opal Cheerio. That's delicious right now.
I bet you while I was gone, people were calling those bracelets again.
Oh, yeah. I call them both Cheerios and bracelets.
I'm bringing the Cheerios back.
It's the good stuff.
Alright, we're gonna get our first look at the trap tile here. Oh, werewolves with slow.
They're just trying to tell Cheese to take it easy, calm down. Things are gonna be okay.
Looks like something had stun up on Spellzap's screen.
The Red Bones, they had trance. So we've got Imps with trance and Red Bones with trance. That's fun.
Shows at the dwarves. Looks like we're gonna get that TNT turn in to see what we get.
And there's the canal because it is Vanilla Fetch Quest.
Ah, so we knew that was gonna be a canal. Oh my god, Spellzap hit an awful good trap. Is that the trap tile or is that just an encounter? That must be the trap tile.
Is the trap tile. This is a beautiful trap tile. Lots of EXP to be earned, and there is the crown.
Well, there's a surprise.
Oh no, they have crack! Oh! Well, that just took the potential of grinding that tile away.
Now, Spellzap's got a white mage. Did he not buy life when he had the chance?
He may not have. Cheese was fortunate enough to not see life. I don't think he checked level 8 either. Asher getting some funky colored ghouls up on the screen.
I'll show and Gaia checking out the shops.
Look at the purple werewolves. I love the color palette fun. Oh, there's the power bonk. Hello, power bonk. That is good stuff on Cheese's screen. And Spells app not too far behind with the power bonk as well.
Meanwhile, we got some werewolves slowing up Asher, and Show is still in Gaia.
Oof. Werewolves following slow with Lit 2. That's painful to see.
So I'm guessing the goal is to defeat the 4 fiends.
Yeah, something like that. I thought there was something.
First look at Astos.
I thought there was something about a time loop involved, but I mean, I may be thinking of the wrong game.
Well, if it's Vanilla Fetch Quest, well, we pretty much know what's going to happen for the next little while on Cheesinators and Spells app screen.
Absolutely, since they are both going to get the crystal that will then lead into the herb that will then lead into the key.
Which will then lead to chest opening everywhere. Now, would you go back to Marsh?
If Locked Marsh were incentivized, I would. But since Locked Marsh isn't incentivized, I wouldn't worry about it.
I thought the flags were you didn't know what was incentivized till you went.
You don't know that the ship... You don't know if the ship, the canal, the floater, or the canoe are incentivized.
The Marsh Cave is a fun place to go.
Marsh Cave is nice. So when you're checking the NPCs, if you get the ship like they did from Sarah, then you know that the ship was in the incentive pool. So like if they go to the Circle of Sages and get the, let's just say the floater, then the floater will have been in the incentive pool as well.
Sorcerer's coming out with slow first, so we know they got cracked too, but I think Asher's got enough firepower just to blow through this.
Yeah, Asher's gonna make it through no problem.
I think he's grinding here though.
It's not a bad tile to at least grind a level 10 on, but with that potential of seeing crack, I personally would pass on it.
Show is now checking up a marsh as well, so... And Cheese is sailing away.
Ooh, Kaizaku's with Sleep Touch. That's a fun thing to see. At least it's not Death Touch. Though now that I've said that, something very soon will have Death Touch. I already feel it.
Looks like Cheese is about to get the key.
Oh boy, there's the key! And I believe Cheese was holding off on turning in the TNT until after getting the key, so that way he could check those chests down by Narek in Dwarf Cave.
Yeah, that'd be very good routing, plus they know they need the canal anyway.
And since it is vanilla fetch quests, that TNT turns into the canal and they'll be able to head off to Melmond and Crescent Lake.
And the world opens up. Now, is it early Sages items and stuff like that's on?
Yes. Early Sage item, early Sarda, early Ordeals are all on.
Spells up second to the key. Meanwhile, Asher and Show are doing their business in Marsh Cave.
Show getting the nicer end of the trap tile with 2 mud goals and the 1 sorcerer. Fortunately, not having to worry about too terribly much there. No real risk of death or anything like that.
Looks like Asher's taking the walk up to Dwarf. Oh no, he's going to do the crown. Looks like Spell Zap and Cheese are both pretty much doing the same. Cheese just Spell following Cheese. They're gonna check these chests here in the castle of Canaria.
The cabin, a heal, and there's the game changer.
That's brutal sword to find. Just chuck it away.
Shoutouts to Vorpal for being Vorpal.
It's like trying to beat up a stone golem with a piece of lip spaghetti. It's just not gonna work.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Looks like Cheese going to check lock TOFR here.
Ooh, lobster tile. That sounds delicious. Zeus gauntlets, so very nice item to find. Good old Lit 2 cast.
I'm not sure if you want to eat purple lobsters, but you know.
Yeah, I'd much rather have red lobsters.
Poison touch. Oh, and there's the sword.
There. So that is 2 end-game weapons found relatively close to each other. The Vorpal in Canaria Castle and the Mosmune in Locked Topher.
Looks like Spellzap's going to check it as well, so he's gonna get a good bit of news.
Sho getting the power bonk. Asher turned in the crystal to get the herb, now heading back to Elfland Castle, and will soon get the beautiful, beautiful Mystic Key.
So basically your endgame weapons are taken care of at this point.
Now it's just finding the rest of the items to finish the seed. These lobsters are hitting pretty hard.
Yeah, Dan and Danny have taken an awful beating there. Meanwhile, Asher just got his key, and Sho is making his way into Astos now, so he'll have his key within about 5 minutes from now.
And Asher running through the locked checks as well.
Now we have Cheese gonna give us a look at the dwarfs here. Ooh, lots of weapons going around today.
I saw an ice brand in that.
No, you don't got the adamant there, Cheese.
Yeah, that wasn't Narek. That was the Dwarven Blacksmith. That's Narek. Now get your canal cheese.
Looks like Asher took a look at what was in Northwest Castle, didn't find too much, so he noped out of that.
Pro Ring, 5,800 gold. A Heel Helm, 6,600 gold. Lots of gold so far in the Dwarven Armory, but that Heel Helm definitely may come in handy, and the Pro Ring definitely being one of the huge, huge things to find in there.
Yeah, the Pro Ring will get rid of those nasty instant death spells.
The only thing that would have been better to find in all of that would be a ribbon.
Alright, looks like Cheese is the first one out of the Dwarf Cave, and it's probably going to head towards Melman.
Getting out of the Intercontinent.
Might not be Melman.
What town do we have? We have... Ooh, it is Onrak.
With nothing, no vendor item yet, so...
But level 5 spells and fast at level 5. Cure 3 level 8.
Yeah, Cure 3 is not really that big since they got Cure 4 so early.
Definitely a relief to see that.
It's like Cheese is heading towards the Earth Cave now.
With the rod in hand, it makes sense to go ahead and just clear this place out.
Yeah, that's true. It wouldn't take you long.
Well, there's the tail.
And he steps on the trap tile to find out what it is, and he's gonna like what he sees.
Wizard's not bad for EXP right now, that is for sure.
They don't look to have anything dangerous so far, so...
Yeah, they just look to be their vanilla selves, hitting somewhat decently. So, in order to complete this game, you need the loot and the Mystic Key. The loot in order to get past a tile in Temple of Fiends Revisited 3rd floor, and the Mystic Key to open up all of the doors in Temple of Fiends Revisited. You need the Earth Rod in order to break the stone plate that's in Earth Cave Basement 3 behind the vampire fight. You need the Oxyale in order to access the Sea Shrine. And you need the Chime and the Warp Cube, or just Cube, to access Mirage Tower and the Floating Fortress. But there are potentially other key items along the way that will be needed in order to access other things. In the case of the Mystic Key, that did open up extra chests like what shows checking in Northwest Castle, and what Spellzap, Cheese, and Asher have checked so far, with the locked area by Narek, the entire right side of Temple of Fiends in the present. And you do need the slab in this case to get Chime. So, with the vanilla fetch quest being on, that is something that is guaranteed to be in its vanilla location. The only thing that we don't know where it's at right now is the slab. And we also still haven't seen Floater or Canoe yet.
Looks like the Gray Sharks have a bit of squinting on the go. Looks like we got Spellzap in Elfland now. He must have went to Crescent Lake first.
That seems to be the case.
He's gonna stock up on some houses and some heals here.
Absolutely. And getting into play. Ooh, black shirt.
Can we even call it a black shirt anymore?
It's an Ice 2 shirt. Oh, that was at Onrak.
Oh, we went the long way.
That's a really good find from Spellzap.
Yeah, but that's kind of an out of the way play though, really, because you don't have the canoe to check waterfall, so you're gonna have to go back at some point.
Yeah, shoutouts to you, MG Weirdo, for doing the tracking on this, because I haven't been able to keep up with what spells are what level and which towns they're in. Getting into running the randomizer itself, I will say isn't that difficult, but that's because I had prior knowledge of the game. Doing a playthrough of the vanilla game, actually understanding the vanilla game really helps with getting into the randomizer. But if you want to generate a seed, then you just go to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com and you can create a seed from there. Spellzap finding the tail in Earth Cave 1st floor, as Cheese had already found.
My advice to you, Math Girl, do not incentivize Marsh at all costs.
I second that motion.
Man, Crescent Lake is Lefane.
Crescent Lake? Ooh.
Looks like Asher is gonna just check the spells here right quick.
And it has level 4 magic. And level 7.
Nope, out of that situation. Meanwhile, Spellzap is following Cheese and Inner into the Earth Cave.
And Cheese sitting on Earth Cave Basement 3. Going to check through all of the chests and see if he can't find any more loose items. Well, that's an iron armor. Definitely not something that Cheese is looking for. Well, Spell Zap ends up finding some wizard. Or wizards, shall I say. Finding some wizard. Because I can English well.
Joe is also in their cave now, getting his tail. Getting tail in the Yurt cave.
I see what you did there.
Hopefully nobody else did.
Spell Zap getting into a fight with a couple bulls. Some might say that's a lot of bull.
But we're going to get our first look at the vampire.
I thought he was just a speed bump.
Well, it's gonna be one heck of a deep one.
Nah, he's just gonna be a pothole this time. Well, the Cheese will be fine. Vampire's got nothing that'll kill him. See?
Poor vampire. I feel bad for him sometimes. He gets no respect.
Fare thee well, Vampire. You don't deserve the respect, I'm sorry.
Unrunnable mummies. That could be a problem later on.
Ooh. Spell Zap was, just, hit with lit 2s from the werewolves, and then ambushed by more werewolves. Oh no. Oh no.
Unrunnable specters and geist too.
Ew.
They have something dangerous. That could be bad.
This Earth Cave is just becoming more and more nasty.
Yeah, it looks like our vendor item is going to be airship locked here.
Airship or canoe locked.
There's our
Speaking
canoe.
of the canoe, I had to say the word canoe, didn't I?
That's a paddling.
But
Paddling to school canoe. That's a paddling.
Cheese finding another pro ring. So that's 2 pro rings that Cheese has found.
We have all 4 runners in Earth Cave now.
Asher finally picking up the tail. And found exit at level 3.
Ooh, that's decent.
And that's a really nice find, because that's going to allow for some very, very quick dungeon dives. Cheesinator with some more unrunnable specters and geists. Pardon the indoor wind chimes.
There's the second speed bump in the night. Yep.
Speed bump? What's that?
The vampire saying he might be a pothole to you, but it's gonna be one heck of a deep one.
He's gonna turn into a crater from being a pothole. Just suddenly, crater.
Alright, Cheese making his way through. So all of our runners in the Earth Cave now, so you know, it's pretty sweet. So while
Definitely.
we get a little bit of while they're just doing a bunch of running around and chest checking, everybody out there should really give these runners a follow, because they are no good at this game, but they are trying their best.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh at that, because that was great. Oh.
Hey, I haven't been on comms in a while.
I know, you caught me off guard with that one, and it's just, I'm trying not to just bust out into laughter. Because it would have been hysterical laughter.
Alright, looks like that Cheese is going to give us our first look at Lich.
Lich? Who's that?
Purple dinosaur. We call it Barney, maybe.
Now I know who you're talking about.
I love you. You love.
All right. Queuing up a good old fade, and is it going to be enough? Yeah.
Let's roll in. Let's forgot to hit the gym there, I think.
Lich just got obliterated by a fade for 314. With the canoe in hand, though, Cheesenator does have access to Ice Cave as well as Mount Gold, as well as the Caravan Shop and Waterfall Cave, which Waterfall Cave, if I'm not mistaken, should yield the Warp Cube.
Yeah, if it's Vanilla Fetch Quest, it will yield the Warp Cube. They need to find that slab, though, so they can get the chime out of the fame. So the slab is definitely a required item.
Hey, thank you for the host, CD Improv. Or not host, thank you for the raid. I misread.
That's alright. Raid, host, it's all the same. Looks like Cheese is gonna give us a look here at the caravan vendor.
And we have no vendor item, so the vendor item is absolutely airship locked. Oof. That's
break. There'll be no break strats tonight.
It's a sad day when there are no Brack strats.
Level 3 life 2 and exit. Wow.
But for those
Monster
people,
white mage seed.
but for those people that have a red wizard, unfortunately, they are not getting life 2 or exit. RPG's ordeals has not been checked yet.
Nope, they just picked up the canoe out of Earth Cave, so we'll see what these runners decide, what route they decide to take. It looks like that Cheese is going to hit the waterfall first, though. So we'll have to see what Spell Zap decides to do, because now Ice Cave and Volcano are open.
Yes, Ice Cave, Volcano, Ordeals, Waterfall.
Like, everything except the airlock places. And if Ice is incentivized, I'd be half tempted to do the incentivized locations first.
I have to agree with that note. The incentivized locations are going to have pretty good yields. The only reason I would hold off on doing ordeals, though, is because we haven't seen Warp yet.
Yeah, well, Spell Zap's not listening to you. Oh, you got the funky waterfall on. Oh,
Cheese is inside of the Rock Gin water. So, Procgen Waterfall is a fun little thing that the waterfall gets generated randomly when the seed is generated, and it can wrap vertically or horizontally. So if you get lost in there, have fun with that, is literally all I can say.
Yeah, but lucky enough, the entrance was just straight north. And the chests yield nothing, and all you get is a cube.
I mean, that cube is still helpful, though.
Meanwhile, Spell Zap's getting turned around in these portal maze here. Oh, it looks like it's going to be the seldom used fort.
Oh. You hate to see it be that last one.
Spell Zap makes it through, so... Ooh, there's a trap tile.
Spell Zap made that look easy.
Asher picking up his canoe.
And Show fire throwing down those specters and geists that are unrunnable. Cheese entering ordeals now. See how long.
That'll be good for the fighter for now.
Let's see how long it'll take Cheese to make it through. Checking the trap tile, and it's nothing but Gerwolves.
And Spell Zap checking the seldom checked linked chest. The chest that Spell Zap just checked is or I should say, Cheese. No, it was Spell Zap, I think.
No, Cheeseinator checked the linked chest.
Ooh, Sorcerer's unrunnable. And we all know what they have, kids.
Yeah,
The sorcerers
in this seed are pretty nasty if they manage to get crack off. Show taking down Lich, lighting the Earth Orb.
Have a bit of music in Ordeals. Oh, and look at this trap tile.
Oh, baby.
They roll low HP. What a grind space this could be.
This
Tier 4.
This is a beautiful, beautiful trap tile.
Oh, especially for them and getting a first strike. Oh man.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, this is prime grind time right now.
Yeah,
because
and they have cremate, but that's not too bad.
Cremate's very manageable.
But I mean, look at that 5.5k experience. I mean, yeah, that's a good place to grab a couple of fights till you're running the fade charges for sure.
Oh, I have to wholeheartedly agree on that one.
I'd say towards the end of the game there, if Chaos is giving you some issues, there's your grind spot.
Question from RPG Jesus in chat. Are the sorcerers as nasty as the vanilla ones? Pretty close to it. They don't have death touch, but they do have crack.
Yeah, and the randomizer, the enemies, they can have any ability or spell in the game. So you could have imps blasting you with nuke. I mean, I've seen it. It's not pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
Looks like we got Spells Zap heading for the waterfall. Asher just finishing Earth. Showing Ordeals. And she's an Ordeal.
Spell Zap making quick work of the waterfall.
Yeah, the waterfalls, they got pretty lucky. The door's about 10 paces north of the stairwell.
Yeah, I have to agree. And I didn't catch what the key item was in Ordeals, but whew, that's a big one. And
It was the loot.
she's opting to skip the gas dragon tile.
Ordeals held the loot.
So they do have both the items that they need for Topher.
Yep, they have the key and the loot. So now they're really on the hunt for that slab. That's basically what they're on the hunt for right now.
Slab in the bottle.
Oh yeah, you need the bottle for the Oxy Ale. To breed underwater.
In order to access the Sea Shrine.
In order to get your lips slapped by Kraken, you need the Oxy Ale. Yep, this actually will be a floater required seed. Because we haven't seen Crescent Lake yet.
That is very true.
Well, let's think about this. This could be a non-floater required seed. The only thing that would trip it up is if the slab is in Crescent Lake.
It's possible. And MG Weirdo, I don't think that it's guaranteed that Ice will have the floater, since they do logically have access to Volcano as well.
Yeah, see, that if Crescent Lake would have the slab... See, Crescent Lake can't have the floater. There's no way, because you wouldn't be able to get it. So that would be impossible right there.
Which means that the floater can either be here in Ice, which Cheese and Spellzap are in, and yeah, Frostwolves have crack.
Or it could be loose.
Exactly, and the only place it could be loose in, if this is not Oxyale, which it won't be, is Volcano. Now, if this has the bottle, then there is a possibility of the floater being in Sea Shrine.
Spell Zap. Getting cracked through Pro Rings. Or does crack go through Pro Rings?
Crack goes through Pro Ring since it's Poison Earth. Well, it's Earth Elemental, technically.
And Show is about to find out that the Trap Tile and Ordeals is going to be a pretty nice grind spot. Oh, it looks like Ice Cave's going to be a little dangerous here. Red Bones with the Trance.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Minus 0 degree temperatures. See if Show decides to do a little grind here. Nope. He's moving on.
Show just nopes out of there.
Ooh, the raid's going back to Tranquilizer.
And then
Can't get along, let's get it on.
Wraiths with Trance followed by Slep. Yummy. That's a pretty nasty tile overall.
Yeah, and especially in this Ice Cave, you see a lot of wraiths and stuff like that, so... Ice is not going to be a picnic this time.
Not at all.
Look at that group of them.
Show entering Elfland at Onrak. This ice is just disgusting. And all Cheesenator gets from that little area that he just looted was a flame sword.
Looks like Spell Zap's just decided to mow everything down here.
Hey, they can't kill him if he kills them first.
And no warp, so we won't see no little trick. Ooh, look at this fight. Vampires. The vampire's back.
This is a really good fight. But there's potentially a lot of damage that can go out.
Yeah, because those vampires hit hard no matter what armor you're using.
Alright. Cheese finding gerwolves and werewolves.
Oh, and gets jumped.
Is Cheese about to get cracked?
And Asher heading for the volcano. Gonna check out the armory here. I don't mind this play by Asher.
I like this play by Asher. It's a pretty safe play considering the chest density overall. Finding a Thor hammer. Oh, hello. Grind tile. And that's a gold bracelet.
Yeah, that's a gold Cheerio. That's gonna help out his Black Mage a little bit. And Spellzap just getting no love from these red bones at all.
Spellzap's just not had good luck at all this whole time.
And red bones with ice too.
Oh, we have our first ribbon of the seed found, I do believe. Oh, nope, it's Procape.
So red bones got sleep. They got trance. They got lit 2. Or ice 2, sorry. They got cremate. Slow 2. Holy lord.
Oh no. Okay, at least these are runnable.
And there's the floater. Loose in volcano. Advantage Asher.
Really, really nice find from Asher.
He took a gamble and it paid off in spades.
Yeah, that was a huge payout on Asher's part. Extremely good find from him. He's not obtaining the ruby and ice cave. The only thing that's left to find is the slab.
And that has to be in Crescent Lake. Wherever Crescent Lake ends up.
Exactly. Now the question is it going to be in Gaia or is it going to be in Lefane? Because the only two towns we haven't seen so far are Crescent Lake and Melmond.
So are you gonna have to get the slab, get it translated, get the Lefane to get the bottle, to go get the Octiale?
That could be the case.
Looks like Asher's gonna clean out the Ash Cave and the Ash Cave. Oh boy.
MG Weirdo stating a very good point. Lefane's going to be the chime because vanilla.
That's correct.
Scorch coming out from the red bones. Asher cruising through the volcano. Cheese making it out of Ice Cave. Maybe, possibly, hopefully.
Show is heading for Ice Cave. Meanwhile, just a floater so far that's been any good for Asher and Volcano, but that's the big ticket item right now.
Absolutely. This is going to be the item that everybody's looking for.
Unrunnable R Hydras, but you got the Mazmun, just chop them down. Ooh, Defense Sword in the Agama Armory. That's not a bad pickup either.
That's a really good pickup, actually.
Seeing as we haven't seen Invis 2 yet. But I don't believe we've seen level 6 spells at this point.
I don't think we have either.
Alright, we're about to see what the Ice Cave has.
Ice Cave ended up having the ruby.
Iron Golem.
An extremely good tile, but probably a little too high on health overall.
Now we gotta see if Asher can get out of here, but these vampires could stop him.
Spells Up does make it away from the vampires overall.
That is a bad trap tile as well, because you gotta hit that twice if you don't have exit.
Cheesinator.
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs.
Baited by the ruby.
Spell Zap's in a bit of a stun lock here with some red bones.
Not taking too terribly much damage. And there's Slap.
I think he might be in a stun lock here, though.
Titan's Trove. Not having too much gold. Okay, recap. Sarah had the ship. The king had
the rod.
The TNT was
Sarda
from
has the
Baking.
slab.
Sarda has the slab. The crown was in Marsh because vanilla fetch quests, which then led to the key. The canoe was loose in Earth, as well as the tail being loose in Earth. The cube was on the robot because vanilla fetch quests. The ruby was in Ice Cave.
The floater was loose in Volcano.
In the squiggly area of the arm.
And it looks like we're going to have Asher to be the first one in the air. Because he's the only one with the floater, because he's the only one that did Volcano.
At 49 minutes and 25 seconds, Asher is in the air.
Greggly Puff, that's a really hard question to answer, bud.
I will attempt to give you the best answers that I can, Greggly.
Here's my answers for you, Greggly Puff. Go rewatch the VOD.
So, the best I can give you is level 1 was in its vanilla area. It was in Canaria. But level 2 was the level 2 white magic was level 8 Gaia, and then level 2 black magic was in Provoca.
You know, we still haven't seen the vendor item either.
We have not, but we also haven't seen Crescent Lake, and we have not seen. Well, there's Crescent Lake.
Crescent Lake. And we know Melman doesn't have an item shop, so it's gotta be here.
Absolutely.
And
What is it going to be? It's the
Adamant.
Adamant!
So now we know where everything is at.
It's so Badamant.
And the sages are probably holding on to that bottle.
Level 7 in Viz 2, but there is the level 3 magic and black magic, and it only has Ice 2.
Asher is probably going to check out the sages, and yeah, it had to be.
Yep.
So now Asher is pretty well go.
Just needs to translate that slab, which he's about to do, and then head back to Lefane. And Asher will be the first runner in go mode.
Oh, not yet. He hasn't been to Waterfall, so he doesn't have the cube.
Oh yeah, he hasn't been to Waterfall yet, but I imagine he will knock that out pretty quick.
Yeah, so Asher went from being a little behind to doing Volcano, getting the airship, to being way ahead. Yeah, the Waterfall was extremely fast, crab cakes.
Level 6 nuke! Sorry, Hangry, I had to do that.
Give her, buddy.
So, Nuke and Warp both falling under the same spell level. That's slightly disheartening.
Yeah, unless you got a Black Mage, you're not really going to see many charges of Nuke, I don't think.
It is Red Wizard learnable.
Yeah, Asher's been jewered, so Asher's got the tail, so we'll see if Asher decides to class change or not. The only reason for, depending on the spells, if he remembers where everything's at, the only other reason the class change would be because you got that Vorpal.
Yeah, absolutely on the Vorpal note.
Give it to your Red Mage and Red Wizard, and then he can be, you know, I hate to say it because I like the Red Wizard, best Wizard, but I mean, giving him a Vorpal, you're just hurting him. It just pains me deep, cuts me deep.
Just give the Red Wizard the Maza and give the Knight the Vorpal.
Alright, looks like we have Spells App heading for Volcano now, so we'll see if he checks all the chests. Because that, where was the Vorpal? The Vorpal was in the Corneria Treasury, and the Mazmoon was in Loch Topher. So they pretty much got both swords back to back.
Show obtaining the slab. And Cheese, one tile away from the Ryukon Desert.
And Spells App is going to pick up his floater, because he's headed straight to those chests.
Is now in the air at 53 minutes and 30 seconds. So Cheesenator, not too terribly far behind.
No, Cheese
did not kill Carrie. Cheese ran in and ran out.
Yeah, Asher and Cheese, the second they saw the floater, they just noped out right away.
Asher has the Fire Orb lit.
Okay, I didn't even see it. Oh wait, yeah, he did clear it because I seen him on the last floor.
Cheese picking up the Adamant and soon to be picking up the bottle as well. Finding
the Adamant's going to give the Excalibur, so it's not really needed at this point.
Nah, not necessary at all. And we did miss one of my favorite treasures to find in the game, a house in a box.
There's another house in the box.
You know, you just open up that treasure chest and then suddenly it's just like, pfft, house.
Ooh,
hey, there's a ribbon!
Didn't you say someone had found the ribbon before?
What I thought was a ribbon was actually a pro cape.
I can see how you confused the two. They're kind of spelled the same. As I roll my eyes.
I only took a brief look at it. To be completely honest, it was out of my peripheral vision. Spell Zap continuing to traverse through the volcano, Asher stopping back in Canaria, and Cheese in Melman picking up that level 6 nuke and level 6 warp.
Looks like Asher is picking up some spells for his knight now. Cure 4 and Fade, not bad pickups.
Can't blame him at all.
Here we go, Spell Zap's fighting Carrie.
Let's see what Carrie has, because we missed this on Asher's side. Fast going out onto the fighter. Bye, Carrie. 8 hits, 806 damage. She done.
Just the Mesmund's that powerful. Like
Fighter OP, plus nerf.
The chime.
There's the chime for Cheese.
Go mode for Cheese.
Needs to turn the bottle into the Oxy Ale.
So he's essentially go, but not quite go.
He's close enough to go. Actually, as a matter of fact, he's about to be in go with this.
Yeah, because he's about to turn the bottle in right now. And Cheese... Oh, Asher got the Oxy Ale, but Asher still needs to get the cube, so it looks like Cheese is going to be the first one to go mode.
Looking for that bottle in his inventory, and boom, there's the Oxy Ale. Cheese is in go mode at 56 minutes and 55 seconds.
Just a matter of killing some fiends and then heading for chaos.
Now, is Cheese going to stop in? Hey, Show getting that floater. Cheese is going to stop in at Bahamut.
So you might as well. I mean, you got the good weapons and armor. They did find the Aegis shield. Now, I don't know if Cheese is actually going to check any more chests. He might go for the easy stuff. Maybe get lucky with a ribbon.
That's a possibility. Because
there's not really anything else you need at this point. You got pro capes, you got pro ribbons. I mean, he's got good armor. He's got the best weapons in the game. You got the power bomb. That would make any sword good, except the Vorpal.
Yeah, because the Vorpal also really requires fast to be good.
I agree, Crab Cakes. That's why I think you might see him check some chests in Sky. I think I would check some chests in Sky, at least the easy ones. But he's gonna get a ribbon if he keeps searching the Cardia Isles, which he does not. Because there was a ribbon in the Cardia Isles.
Yes, in the forest to be specific.
So, it looks like Cheese is gonna miss that. Looks like Cheese is going for the X-Cal. I can see that, though. Yeah, you can put the X-Cal on your fighter.
I like where Cheese is going with that.
But yeah, the Thief wielding the Mesmo and your fighter wielding the Excalibur, I mean, you're set.
Pretty much. You got the 2 strongest swords in the game by actual power-wise. Or by the actual power count.
Spell Zap. Cheese decides to go to the mermaids or not.
Spell Zap running around in Mirage, soon to be going into the Flying Fortress.
So Spell Zap did Waterfall pretty quickly. So really, Spell Zap's in Go mode too. He just hasn't turned that bottle into Oxy Ale yet.
Correct. And Spell Zap finding some steak on a tile.
They should change the Wyvern to an egg. Then you can have steak and eggs.
Ooh. Now you're making me hungry.
Here's our first look at the Kraken. He's gonna be a wimp though. It's only he's in his baby form right now. He doesn't grow up till 2,000 years from now.
Yeah, 6 hits for 89. Yeah, Kraken's not packing much of anything on this one. 7 hits, 326.
Asher is 1 orb away, and now he knows he has to go to the waterfall first. Gotta make that detour because he cannot get into the Sky Palace without it.
He also needs to stop in Lefane, which I believe was Crescent. Yes.
Meanwhile, Sho is looting the Cardi Isle, so Sho is about to get his ribbon. Looks like Spellzap is go-moding Sky. Don't know if I like this play.
Well, with a ribbon, Spellzap's going to be in a fairly good spot.
Yeah, but he only got 1 ribbon.
What I don't know is if Spellzap has Wall.
He does not. I don't think we've seen Wall.
I believe Wall was level 5.
Math Girl, the stream never froze for me yet. Stream's been great the whole time.
I have to second that motion. The stream's been running just fine. Okay, on Asher's screen, which ones of these are images? Which ones of these are wraiths?
Does it really matter when you're chucking a fur 3?
Nah.
The stream might have hiccuped for a second, Math Girl, but that was all I've noticed. Not just now, nope. We're doing pretty good.
Alright, Spellzap checking the chests that are to the north of the teleporter. Finding a whole bunch of nothing.
Right, folks, I guess it's your, get the bless RNGs out in chat if you want to see the metal chicken of death. Unless we're going to see the metal chicken of death anyway.
Get ready, because we want to see some Warmech. Cheeseinator going up against the Kraken. Thrown out fast onto the Knight. Ninja, 3 hits, 68 damage with Maza. Kraken swinging back, not too terribly much. 6 hits, 78. But that X-Cal swing, putting in some work, doing some damage. Fade coming out, 148 damage. And Kraken goes down for cheese. While Spellzap.
They do have Wall. It was level 6.
5-6, close enough.
Or 5. So it looks like Spellzap is pretty well 1 fiend away here. Well, 2 fiends. And we have Asher making the quick waterfall trip to get the cube. He might not even check the chest, he just might leave right away.
4 hits for 22 damage on the first round. And then Temper goes off and it's 4 hits for 266. Fast coming out onto the fighter, 4 hits for 80. Fade going out, 84 damage, second fade going out, 82 damage. Oh, these rolls have just been atrocious. But Tiamat playing ball, throwing out ink, not causing anything to happen. 8 hits for 346 that round, much better, but there goes Danny. And 8 hits, 235. Tia, definitely a little healthy this time around.
Yeah, he's packing a lot of absorb.
Actually going for the instant kill with Bane, but 8 hits, 809. Oh, she's gonna be feeling that one in the morning.
Cheeseinator is now taking on Carrie. Meanwhile, Asher put himself in go mode recently.
Carrie is down for cheese. This is
going to be a race. If Topher throws a few curveballs there, this could be close between 3 of our runners.
Yeah, this is going to be really tight going into Topher.
And no one has finished yet off stream, so keeping an eye on the MIRC channel now, because if someone routed this right, it could be getting close to a finish.
Yeah, absolutely. This is really, really tight now. And it looks like Spellzap is going to be checking the Cardia Isle's chests.
He will get his ribbon. Meanwhile, we have Cheese heading for Tiamat.
Oh, hey, steak and wings.
Not as good as steak and eggs.
I have to agree with you on that note. I could go for some good steak and eggs now.
Tyros. Did that Tyro just have Death Touch?
I think it did.
Because that ninja went down pretty easily.
Yeah, you may have not noticed it, but the Kaizoku's also had Sleep Touch. There are randomized status touches.
Looks like the steak's getting some revenge.
Ooh, Asher finding Gurmadeuces.
You know what? It looks like Cheese is actually just go-moding Sky.
Spellzap. About to get the Oxyale and then head towards Onrak to finish lighting the 4 orbs.
Gonna make a quick stop here, replenish some heals. We have Show checking the treasury right now. More bless RNGs in chat, folks.
Oh, Cheese is not full on go moding. There's a katana for that ninja.
Well, that just changes things.
That is a heck of a weapon for the ninja.
Yeah, that's the best weapon the ninja can use. They're practically better with the katanas than they are with the Mazmuns.
Absolutely. Not to mention that the katana having its critical hit rate being fairly high is extremely good.
There's some quad X action on Cheese's side. Ooh, and then gets ambushed by Mancats with ice too.
Ooh. This could be a wipe.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be down to run. I don't know if you'll get through Tiamat with just a ninja.
Yeah, that's...
Heal 3.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is bad for Cheese. This could set him back.
This could set him... Actually, this will set him back. Unless he feels confident enough to take Tia on.
And he got healed.
Heal 3 and... So Ice 2 into Heal 3 into Heal.
Well, he does have the power block, remember. And he does have a Mazmun. And Tiamat really wasn't hitting. He got a white shirt. It's possible? I'd say unlikely.
It's highly unlikely, but it's most definitely possible. It's going to come down to what Tia has in the end.
Well, he's got to go for it. There's no... Can't really turn back now. Meanwhile, we're going to have fiend fights for 3 people here.
Spellzap working on taking down Kraken while Asher just entered Tia. And Cheese is soon to be entering Tia. Spellzap being the first one to take down his 4th fiend. Going into Topher.
Wow, he's going in right away. So Spellzap will be our first runner into Topher that is on our stream. I believe there is 10 people involved in this race.
Sounds about right.
Alright, let's see what Topher has to offer.
Cheese is taking a grind on the Bridge of Destiny.
Well, you probably want to buff up this thief. When you're going into Tiamat with a solo thief, you're probably gonna put a bit of beef on his bones.
Absolutely. Spell Zap. About to show us what Topher's got. What do we have with the Phantom Tile? Nightmares and Evil Man.
And Asher has his 4th orb lit and will also be on his way into Topher.
Alright, Cheese. Getting some air elementals. And getting put to sleep by them.
Oh no, sleep touch. Oh, and the white.
Not like this.
Well, that is really bad for Cheesinator.
That is rough for Cheese.
Now, if Topher is anything rough, well, we're gonna find out, but...
We will find out if it is the Great Equalizer very shortly.
Makes me wonder if Cheese will go back for that katana or not, because he knows where it's at.
Yeah, that's actually a very good question. He's already got 3 of the power weapons for endgame. Asher entering Topher at 1 hour, 11 minutes, 29 seconds.
It's gonna be a race to the finish right here. Oh, and down goes Cece. Sorry, Crab. You're dead.
For now. And Cece's alive again.
That was a big pack of Remedusas. I'm surprised that he's passing that up, because his levels are still kind of low. Any good nuke roll's just gonna wipe him right out.
It'll definitely put him close to being wiped, but
Oh, runs over. He equipped the Vorpal.
I wouldn't count Spell Zap completely out of this. Going into the Lich fight and not even healing up.
No respect.
Throwing out Zap, not gonna work. Lich just throws a punch for a damage. And that Fade roll was actually not too terribly bad. Throwing out another Zap, not getting it to work.
Lich just throwing hands, so it's not too bad.
Lich goes down with relative ease.
We haven't gotten to the gatekeepers quite yet, though.
We are close to them, though, since it is normally either Kraken 2 or Tiamat 2.
See what Carrie has here. He's gonna just come out swinging with fades and fasts. Or fades and nukes. Looks like he's just going all offense here. Not gonna give Carrie a chance to pull anything out of her hat. Ooh.
And Carrie is down like that. Carrie rolled low on the health front.
It's like Asher has made his way to the Earth's floor, so he'll be taking on Lich very quick. Ooh, these waters are gonna be a bit of a rough spot.
I do have to agree with the comment in chat. Those rolls on Nuke and Fade were really, really good.
Ooh, a water ambush.
Hope none of these warriors drown.
Blub, blub, blub.
Well, there goes
Lots
Danny.
of life twos. And cure 4, so there's no worry about that. We got another chance to see a war mech on one screen. Looks like Asher went into the Lich fight, did not heal up either. No respect.
What is this concept of respecting Lich? Because, you know, Asher just took Lich out like it was nothing.
Here we go. Looks like we're gonna get our first look at Kate.
Alrighty. Let's see what Kraken 2 has to offer. Here we go. Temper and Fast both going out onto the night. Invis 2 5 hits, 8 damage.
Kraken coming out with ice too. Ooh, Asher just ditched carry like nobody's business.
Fast and Temper both out onto the Knight. More Temper stacks going onto the Knight. Another Invis 2 coming out. While Cheese engages Tiamat.
10 hits, 977 with the Mazmut, and Kraken still stands and just wipes Danny out with the tentacles of power.
Another swing from the Mazza-wielding Knight. 10 hits for 1,054. Oh!
That's the power of the Mazmut, kids.
That is what Mazza can do. That squid had lots of beef.
Now, let's see what Tiamat 2 has. We haven't seen anything out of the Fiends yet. No nukes, no nuclears, no nothings.
We have not yet, though there is a chance that they all fell on Chaos.
This has been a pretty easy Topher so far.
Lit 2 going out, Fade, Fast, and Wall. 10 hits, 806 by Tia.
Wow, the Fiends were just paper thin. And we have our first entry into Chaos. I'm an agent of Chaos.
Alright. Spells that, moving the ribbon up to the Knight, moving the Knight down into the last slot, looks at Chaos and goes, Chaos, I challenge you to a fight to the death. Opens up with Fast and Temper going onto the Knight. Power Bonk going out, Wall onto the Black Mage, a punch for 258 damage from Chaos.
Lots of Cure 4s. I think this is going to be a pretty much... Oh yeah, 8 hits, 1186. Oh, Chaos taking Danny down. Well,
Chaos
pretty much in the books. Oh, and we have a first place finisher.
Chaos is definitely paper in the absorb area.
Pretty thin, and there you go, folks. Get
7 hits.
For spell zap.
7 hits, 783. Chaos goes down for Spell Zap, and Spell Zap finishes in first place with an official SRL time of 1:17:37.
This really was not a dangerous Topher.
GG's to Spell Zap. That was beautiful.
Well, we got Asher taking on Kraken 2 now. Going with the Fade. Ooh, Kraken with Blaze. He wiped out Light, though, with the Tentacles of Doom, but just should be able to finish him off with the Mazmut. Yeah, there you go.
Likes him just the.
So it looks like Asher's gonna head on to Tiamat 2, which we know, which really isn't much of a problem, so I can't see Asher having trouble finishing out this day here.
Yeah, I don't see Asher having much of a problem, especially considering that this Chaos just got ripped apart by Mazmune.
GG. Spell Zappy.
Yes, GG's to you, Spell Zap. That Topher was just incredibly nice.
Might want to unmute your mic, bud.
Hey, thanks everybody. Yeah, I just was like trying to catch up mode after that ice cave. I was I felt like I was behind. I don't know if I was or not. I mean, obviously everyone had to go through the same thing I did, but you know, you were just go.
Actually, Asher went to Volcano first, and he had the airship a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes before anybody else did.
Yeah, I was a little concerned about that. I kind of went there last, so...
Ooh, we have a second place finisher off stream. Gouda 632 with a time of 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 50 seconds.
GG's to Gouda.
Looks like we have Asher about to engage Chaos here, so...
So I noticed that there really wasn't anything particularly frightening in this seed except for crack.
Yeah, it looks like there was crack all around, and a lot of stalling, a lot of slows, a lot of trances, a lot of stuff like that.
The red bones were particularly bad for that.
Yeah, those red bones just gave you no breaks whatsoever.
Chaos
No,
was
I was trying to be
awesome.
cute and try and take a fight before that floor with the all the crack frost wolves and everything, and then I had red bones.
Looks like Cheese has finally entered the TOFR as well. We have Asher on the Chaos fight, tempering up the night, putting out fast, so this should not take too long.
Yeah, this next shot should take down Chaos. 9 hits, 901. Chaos is close to being dead, but the red wizard falls down after a pretty hefty smack to the face. Lock
Chaos
2
is
going
hitting
out.
pretty hard, actually.
Chaos knocking out the black wizard. Fade for 119. Mazza swing, 10 hits, 1151.
And we have
Asher.
our third place finisher. Asher finishing with a time of 1 hour 21:21.
Get your GGs out for Asher.
Looks like we have Show about to light his 4th orb, and Cheese is just making his way towards Lich.
You know, all of these runners have played the seed very well. Honestly, better than I think I would have played. Which is why I opted to hop in here to bring you guys some beautiful, beautiful commentary.
Pretty sure I would have failed miserably and rage quit within the first 10 minutes. Alright, Cheese gonna make his way towards Lich. We all know there wasn't much in the way of trouble here with the Fiends, so...
Spells Up, I got a question for you. Because I completely missed this. When you got the ruby from Ice Cave, did you turn tail and head towards Sarda? Or
Yes,
did
I
you
did.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
I was not happy to see that slab, because since they're vanilla turns, you know that slab's a dead item until you get the floater. Which, I mean, it's kind of interesting. I kind of like that. But at the same time, to see that at the end of that ice cave was not a good time for me.
Yeah, that actually answered the question I was about to ask you, which was, how were you feeling after you did that and found out that the slab was there? And then finding the floater just in Volcano right after that.
Yeah, it wasn't great. A question though, did anybody get to skip Ice Cave? Because I guess you did Volcano first.
Asher did Volcano first, but ended up going to Ice Cave as well.
Cheese
Oh,
just
Show.
wiping out Carry easy enough, and Show is in TOFR now. Yeah, Cheese took a pretty bad Cheese took a wipe heading towards Tiamat in Sky Castle. But other than that, you guys were neck and neck pretty much this whole run.
Yeah, you and Cheese were extremely close to each other for so long there, Spells Up. We are joined by Asher. GG's, my friend.
Thank you very much.
What did you think of that ice cave?
Oh, it was great because I did it last, so I just warped in, warped out, used that ridiculous run at the very beginning. I mean, it was Ruby, which stunk because I had a 50-50 between that and the robot having cube, but I was very happy to get out.
Well, with it being vanilla fetch quests, the robot was guaranteed to have a cube.
Yeah, see, I wasn't sure. I thought originally that with vanilla fetch quest, the robot could be one of those random checks, so the more you know, I had some silly routing mistakes early, and it's kind of another one of those silly things there that cost me about probably, with that ice play, 4 or 5 minutes, so...
Wow,
Whoops.
Show just took a tremendous beating from those frost wolves. And the zombie dragons aren't giving him any help either.
Oh, Sho gets out with 11 HP.
I think he should just reset at this point. I don't know what he's thinking. A million life twos, that's what he's thinking. Pretty sure I'm getting echo off Asher.
Oh, am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here.
Oh, good.
Ooh, Kraken hitting the white mage for 10 hits for 555. Kraken had ice too. None of these fiends have had anything extremely dangerous. We didn't see no nukes, no nuclears, no cure 4, no fast, no nothing, right?
So, Asher, got a question for you.
Sure.
How'd you feel when you found that found the floater just early on in Volcano?
Well, I mean, I was not surprised. I have been doing a lot of testing of this specific flag set, and without the without the fetch quest incentive NPCs on, or whatever you call it, without that being shuffled, what tends to happen with these flags is that things get crammed into Earth, Volcano, and sometimes Ice. And what we had here is because Canoe was behind the rod lock, that I went to Volcano before Ice specifically because I figured Volcano would have the goods, and I was proven right, fortunately. I was a little worried that it was in Keylocked Marsh, but if anything, I was just not surprised. I was already a little mad that I wasn't aggressive going for the Earth play earlier because I figured Canoe was there, but at least I got the floater right.
Cheese is in a little bit of trouble here. He's got no heal pots left. And he's got 2-man down.
This is gonna be tough.
No, he's got
Does he have an
lots of
invasion?
life twos.
He does have the white shirt.
Because I remember Chaos hit a little hard.
Yeah, Chaos was 2 hitting for us.
Asher, can you please go push the top?
Alright, here we go. Cheese taking on Chaos with 2-man in it. Goes with a white shirt and a power gauntlet.
Yeah, this is where things are gonna get a little dicey.
And we have another off-screen finisher. We have Edgeworth finishing with a time of 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 1 second. So GG to Edge.
With 2 stacks of evasion, Chaos is already missing the ninja. Cheese is stopped on the knight, but the knight shakes it off relatively quickly. 4 hits for 337. More white shirt casts coming out. Doing some good work, and more power bonk usage coming out. 3 hits for 57 damage from the ninja. There's 3 hits, 514 on Chaos from the knight. And then a 3 for 3 special. Zap coming out, missing both the ninja and the knight. 4 hits, 416. 3 hits for 52 on Chaos from the ninja. The ninja is down. 46 damage from the knight. Not doing much. 4 hits, 399 though. This is going to come down to that last hit. And Cheese takes down Chaos with a final attack for 616. Finishing in 5th place with an official SRL time of 128.53. The luck on those zaps missing.
And we have Show into Kraken 2. Last of our runners on screen. Does look like Kraken's gonna be in deep trouble. Show putting up his defenses, his walls. We know Kraken hits pretty hard, but we don't know if he has anything else. That's a lot of tempers.
So many tempers going on.
Kraken takes down the Black Mage.
We are joined by Cheeseinator, GG's cheese.
GG, everyone. That was an extremely stressful run.
Yeah,
Shout out.
I'm just gonna be like the bull in the china shop and just come out and say it. That wipe in Sky pretty much cost you because you were neck and neck with spells out.
Yeah, so what happened there is obviously the man cats, right? Can't do anything about that. I've got like 1 ice resistance on my whole team. But I thought with a solo ninja with like Power Bonk, Maza, whatever, that if I got a few levels of HP, I'd be able to take on that Tiamat solo. I probably would not have, given that the Tia ended up having like 1,500 hit points or 2,000 hit points. But that was the plan, but then the Sleep Touch airs got me, and so I don't know, I probably should have reset as soon as the team was mostly wiped.
I mean, I gotta commend you for at least going for it. Because it was really gutsy, and I liked the gutsy play, to be completely honest.
Yeah, there was every chance that like if it was a 600, 700 HP Tiamat, I would take 2 turns and I'd be out of Sky and on with my life.
And it looks like we have Demon Frog who has forfeited. So we still have Thunder, Bert, and Show, and Edge Figueroa running at the moment.
How many people did you see on stream either go to Volcano first or last?
Asher had the airship first because he went to Volcano before all of you did.
Yep.
Yes, it did.
It was a really solid play.
I mean, this flag set is basically incentive, what do you call it? Incentive, never mind. Just go ahead and call that the Chaos fight.
Ooh, Chaos coming out first round, taking out the black belt. No fast for Show. Chad's gonna power Gauntlet Temper, throw in some more white shirts.
Gotta get that evade up.
But we haven't seen if Chaos actually has anything dangerous yet because he's pretty much a paper tiger at this point. But I think with these power bonks, tempers, white shirts, can't see there being much of an issue unless Chaos comes out with a nuke. But it seems to be Chaos is pretty heavy on the attack.
There was that zap, which I did not resist, but thankfully it didn't hit any of my characters. But if you have a wall caster, then you're fine.
2 hits for 213 from the X-Cal. Lit 3 taking out the Red Wizard. Or Lit 2, I'm sorry.
Show is down to the White Mage and the Fighter. Going some heal 3s. Got no fast, no tempers anymore, so he's gonna power bonk up.
Just using that X-Cal to victory. Stop coming out. Being resisted by both of the Light Warriors. Fade coming out. 109 damage. I guess that's a decent roll. But that X-Cal swing, almost 600 damage. Whew. That's a solid swing.
Looks like Show didn't think it was powerful enough because he put another power bomb on.
Another white shirt cast going out.
Down right here.
Ooh. 4 hits, 898. Oh my gosh.
And GG to Show, finishing with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 52 seconds. So this was actually a decent seed, I think. Didn't take too long. Most runners done about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
I probably could have turned it into a 4-hour one. But...
Yeah, it wasn't a long seed, but like the decisions you had to make and some of the enemies you came up against were challenging, I think.
I'm not going to mention any werewolves, sorcerers, frost wolves, red bones.
Oh, what did Red Bones have?
Trance.
Sleep trance.
Oh yeah, wasn't Trance on the Medusa script?
Believe so, and we are joined by Sho Fukumachi, GG's Show.
Thanks.
I have one question. I'm not sure who this was, but we didn't catch it. Did those Tyros really have the death touch?
I have no idea. I only saw one on the trap tile in the cube room, and I ran.
They did have death touch, yes. One punched my ninja on the way up. I actually chose to take that fight because I needed experience.
Well, I was hoping that I'd find a second ribbon, but oh well.
Where'd you find your first ribbon?
Ice.
I found mine in Cardia.
It was Cardia.
Yeah, Cardia.
Oof. Yeah, I was always
Cardia.
in go mode at Cardia.
Cardia
Yeah.
Forest, to be specific.
That's the only ribbon anybody found was the one in Cardia.
Yeah, there we go.
I think a single ribbon probably, especially if I pick it up in a free place like Cardia, probably speeds my run up by like 5 minutes.
I mean, I guess I could have kept going and just not checked anymore, considering that, you know, I had X-Cal and Red Mage and White Mage had Wall and had Fast, and yeah.
And we have
Like
another
short.
finisher off screen, Edge Figaro, finishing with a time of 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 13 seconds. Oh, and Burt Reynolds right after him at 1 hour, 36:25. That is like super close.
I will say, you guys,
Night.
with how this seed played out, and even with that wipe you took in Sky, Cheese, you all did play this seed really, really well.
Yeah, thanks.
So I think the only one we have left running is Thunderclad right now.
Yep.
I had another question, maybe about what other runners were doing. Shoot. I don't know. I've lost it. I'll come back.
I mean, these,
I've been there.
I think these flags are pretty fast, considering the spell shop shuffle was pretty neat. I thought that was, although I thought I had rolled the wrong seed, or it wasn't right when I went into Canary and everything was level 1. I was like, wait, I thought everything was supposed to be shuffled, but
I think generally speaking, Canaria is safe from weird shop shuffles, except for the original Magic Shop Shuffle. But like
Yeah.
Canaria is supposed to be the place that's like reliable to get your magic so you can start the game.
Yeah, I ended up checking the just flag set ahead of time with a few seeds. The one thing that really threw me was that black and white magic are not paired in different places. So I had to think really hard for like level 3 white magic was in Gaia in the level 8 spot. I mean, it probably would have been a little better for me mentally if it was like level 2's paired in a town, level 3's paired in a town. It's just a lot to juggle. I'm too old, I guess.
Yeah, it was just because I was able to get most of the magic I wanted the first time through. I didn't end up taking many notes about those shuffled shops, but I could see it being kind of difficult to keep track of.
There is going to be an interesting time when you buy too many spells because you can't see the other, white for like the red mage, and you're going to get locked out of something important.
yeah. Luckily, Fade and Cure Forward level 1 and learnable.
I've been playing this game a while, and I still don't know what the Red Wizard can learn.
Yeah, Red
Just
Wizard
go.
spell list is a little confusing.
I just click on it, and if you can't learn it, I move on.
Yeah, that might have summed it up for me too.
Did anybody take any like funky parties? It looked like a pretty straight-laced sort of fighter and mages seed to me.
Actually, I think Spells app was the only one of you that went with a thief that I seen on screen. Anyway.
No, that was cheese.
No, that was Cheese.
That was a cheese with it.
I took
Yeah.
the white mage just on the off chance that there was like a high level spell that I needed early.
I mean,
Must have been nice to see Fade and Cure
Oh,
Forward
yeah.
level 1.
I was
I mean,
joking around in my chat before the game that Deng better pull his weight, and he did today. So
otherwise, everybody else ran Fighter Rainbow, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think with this flag set, there's a lot of things that point it towards fighter with sort of a balanced palette of mages, because you've got the shop location shuffle, so red mages aren't guaranteed to get those early few levels that make them more playable, and then the experience is just not good, so you basically have to take a fighter.
Yeah. someday
Yeah, I
we'll get
noticed
our-
there was
we'll
low
get our mic
levels.
up.
But there was some good grind spots, or deals would have been a nice one with those gas dragons. They
Yeah,
were pretty,
shout-
they were pretty low on the HP.
Shout outs to those gas dragons at Ordeals, though, seriously.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Wow, okay, I might have wanted to take a mid-game grind on that. The problem is that, like, I'm not going to keep count up to 15 on my key items. I basically just assume I have to get every key item in the game before I get the experience bump with this kind of scaling. So I didn't want to take a grind until pretty late, and I didn't quite come across one that I loved for the level that I was at until Volcano, but I just pocketed the floater, and I was like, I've got stuff to do. I'll worry about levels later.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
very
That
viable.
was pretty nice.
I noticed
Lots
a
of
lot of
fun.
you, as soon as you seen that floater in Volcano, was like out right away. You didn't even finish it.
Yeah, because I was below, like, with a thief and a knight, I wanted to get them promoted to get their charges, but then I didn't end up prioritizing their magic because it was like Fire 3 or something for,
Okay,
for
last
level 1
interruption.
black.
But Thunderclawed has finished with a time of 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 9 seconds.
I'll say this much: the reason I was out with the floater was I'm pretty certain the third loose item that I found. So the only thing I needed from there was a ribbon. Unfortunately, that was in Cardia. There wasn't much reason to check anything else. I had Mazza, I had spells for days, I had just the right party, right comp. I just needed to get a few more levels.
Yeah, you were in a really solid position for most of this matchup.
Yeah, it felt good. There, like I said before, there were some silly mistakes, like in the beginning, where I lost a few minutes here, I lost a few minutes there, and well, it just happens sometimes. But I'm still happy with the time in the run and that things played out how I expected they would, because that helped me.
Oh, I just remembered the thing I was going to say. So last week's Async Seed, this isn't a spoiler anymore because there's a new one up. Last week's Async Seed was the same, like, triple tri-state vehicles, and it had loose floater in armory. And then this seed, once again, had loose floater in armory. And it just feels like so bad to have, like, Volcano, which is already stacked, have this huge chance to end up with loose vehicle progression. And that's one of the reasons for the SRL comment I left. Most of the time, I've been very displeased with how the tri-state vehicle seeds have played out.
I can understand that.
Yeah, if I have one concern about how I've looked at this, it's that I like the tri-state vehicle for the early game, but consistently, and it was the way in this race again today, Sea Shrine and Sky and Mirage are go mode pretty much 90, 95, 98% of the time. That's a
Yeah.
problem.
One of these days, Floater's going to be in like Keylock Marsh or Keylock Toph.
Keylok Toph was good today, by the way. I don't know who checked it.
Pretty much all of yous did.
Did I check anything in Keylock?
Joe didn't check it though.
What was in Keylock Toph?
Mazza and Zeus Gauntlet, and also a rune sword for, hey, a thief.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Vorpal was in the Canaria Treasury too, so the swords were pretty much gotten right back to back.
Yeah, that helped lower the treasure hunting. So, like, once it was floater, it was like, well, it would be nice to come across a ribbon, and I'll check a few chests, but we had all the gear before that.
Well, I do believe that we're going to go ahead and get to final thoughts, and we'll go in order of your guys' finishes. So we'll start off with you, Spellzap. Any final thoughts regarding the flag set, the run tonight?
Yeah, shout outs to Runnable Sahag fight. If anyone else saw that, it was great. Shout outs to the long hero run, that if you had to run all over the world, that it didn't lose you the race for not finding floater early. And shout out to the casters. You guys did a great job, I'm assuming, and to tracking, and Math Girl for restream.
Asher, you're up next.
Oh,
Show, that was great.
Yeah, I guess we skipped. Oh, okay. Yeah, words. I thank you all very much for doing this and everything. I know we got a little bit of a late start, but I appreciate Math Girl and Sonny and Canuck, you all being there, sticking through, getting the tech side done. For the flags themselves, we're still working on the spring tournament stuff. I'm on that small team there along with SpellZap. We always appreciate comments, feedback on anything like that. Give us all the criticism you want. We're happy to take it. We want the spring tournament to be the best that it can be. So thank you all for watching, and thank you all for continuing to give us ideas.
Yeah. Thanks, Randomania. Thanks, everybody, for doing an awesome job on all this stuff. Looking forward to spring tournament. Looking forward to testing more flags. So, yeah. And GG's, everybody.
GG's. Yeah, +1 to all of SpellZap shoutouts. One Fine Day programmed the uncoupling of those unrunnables, so things like Wizzahags and Iron Goals that were always unrunnable before are now, well, mixed into the pool on Alpha. That might graduate before spring tournament, not sure. But yeah, thanks to the crew, and I'll probably have all the rest of my thoughts in Discord for this one.
I can absolutely understand that, Cheese. You all played extremely well tonight, and this was very entertaining. So big shout outs to you guys for running. Canuck, you got anything to say, my friend?
Nope, I'm good. Just thanks for letting me hang out with the combo with you, and it was a pleasure as always. And GG to everybody, and hopefully I'll be around more to do more of this stuff.
It was a blast doing comms with you, my friend. We haven't done comms in quite some time, so this was definitely a blast from the past. Be sure to give our runners a follow: SpellZap, Asher1611, Cheesenator, and Sho Fukamachi. Give the Randomania family of channels a follow. Be sure to give those of us in the broadcast booth a follow. That's MathGirl718, the Hangry Canuck, MG Weirdo. Shoutouts to him for the tracking. Huge help right there. And then I am SonnyWrath11. And make sure to join the Discord, especially if you're wanting to try this out. We will help you learn the game. We will help you figure out anything that you might get stuck on. Just go to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com and you can start generating your own seeds and start playing the game, and maybe even join us on these community races. But on behalf of our runners, SpellZap, Asher1611, Cheesenator, Sho Fukamachi, those of us in the broadcast booth, MG Weirdo, our tracker, MathGirl718, our restreamer, the Hangry Canuck, my co-commentator, I am SonnyWrath11. Thank you all for joining us for another Final Fantasy Randomizer Weekly. We hope you have a great evening, and we'll see you next time.